Welcome back to another dramatic day in court. Today, we're watching a foreclosure case that's been brewing for years, and it's got everything. Missed payments, a frustrated father trying to defend his son, and a judge who isn't pulling any punches. Imagine losing your house after years of struggling, then showing up to court half asleep, only to get blasted by the judge. That's exactly what happens here. But as shocking as it sounds, this case isn't just about one family. It's about responsibility, deadlines, and the brutal reality of foreclosure law. Stick around because this one takes a wild turn.
This is New Res LLC versus Jared Michael Benek on Electric Court in Sturgis. Attorney Mirella Albu is here from the Trott and Trott Law Firm in Detroit on behalf of New Res LLC. This property was sold at a foreclosure action last August 22nd. And this probably has been in the works for several years. You have 180 days to vacate, or they can bring this action. They've waited well beyond that. And at this point, it's the bank or this New Res intentions to take possession of this property and probably sell it. What's your position, Mr. Benek?
Okay, the only position I really have is we started out, my son, I'm the father, and we started out with a payment plan with them at 3-point-something% rate interest. And they never told us anything. After about 2 years, it started going up and he got behind. It was like a package a kid has kicked out. We couldn't pay. There's no way he could pay and keep up. And on top of it, he lost his job and he tried to fix all that too. So we went through a lot.
So are you a co-signer for your son?
I'm just speaking for his behalf because I'm
really tired.
I take care of most of the stuff in his house. He's like almost sleeping here in the chair. I can show you him if you want to see him.
All right, just a minute. What's your name?
Michael Benek. I'm his father. I've talked to them before.
Just a minute. Mr. Benek, do you have a law degree?
No, I do not. I don't have to have a degree to stand to freedom of speech.
Wake him up. So, I don't need to talk to him. I need to talk to him.
Well, he would like to have a statement. I guess I can't speak in his behalf.
No, you can't. You need to have a law license to represent somebody in a legal action.
Well, I guess I'll have to go to court then, won't we? All I'm doing is just trying to tell him we're not fighting over the house.
Wow, did you catch that? The judge literally had to wake Jared up in the middle of his own foreclosure hearing. That right there tells you everything about how this case has been handled. Let's break this down. Jared had a variable rate mortgage, which means his payments weren't fixed. They went up over time. When he couldn't keep up, the bank foreclosed. That's been public record since last August. And here's the thing. They've been living in this home without paying for almost 2 years. Now, I want to ask you, do you think it's fair for the bank to push them out after giving all that time? Or should families like this be given more grace? Comment below with your thoughts.
We already have a sign. We don't care.
Let me talk about where we are here. Okay. Your son had a variable rate mortgage and his rent went up, or his payment went up, and he wasn't able to make it.
They doubled it.
This is my turn to talk. This is my turn to talk. So he hadn't made the payment probably in several years. Probably it wasn't made at all in 2024 and probably part of 2023. The house was foreclosed on last August. So this didn't sneak up and bite you in the ankle.
No, we didn't. But we didn't get any. We couldn't talk to him, sir.
You got a notice from the sheriff that your house had been foreclosed on. So they can't do it unless you get notice. They post it on there. So you've lived there at least since August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and soon to be May without making any payment. So your son has the benefit of free housing. So I want to talk to him, or I'm going to default him. Sitting there sleeping in a chair. Wake up, dude. You're about to get kicked out of your house. Are you Jared Michael Benek?
Yes.
All right. The mortgage company wants your house back, and they have asked you to move. Have you made any provision to move?
I've been having a hard time getting money to move.
Yes, well, you've lived there for free for 2 years. So theoretically, no one does. You should have a big pile of money when you didn't make your house payment to move somewhere else. But this proceeding is an unpleasant one. It is what property owners and landlords do to get their tenant out. The tenant would never move otherwise. You've known since last August that they want you to move. We're now almost in May. So I have to continue this matter. I'm going to continue it to May 2nd at 3 o'clock. Does that work for you, Ms. Albu?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, this is the end of a long process. They had a sheriff's sale last August, and you had 180 days to redeem the property.
Is Abby
March, which would have been March. And now you haven't redeemed it, so they're asking you to move out. They want to take possession of the premises. So if they get what they asked for on May 2nd, I would order that you be out of the house by May 12th, which is 17 days from now.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about this further. Now, I read the advice of rights, but you were sitting there in a chair. I don't know whether you were paying attention or not, but what I did.
So here's where we landed. The judge continued the case until May 2nd, giving Jared and his family one last chance to either move out or negotiate for more time. If the bank gets its way, they'll be forced to vacate by May 12th. This hearing really highlights the cold reality of foreclosure. Once the 180-day redemption period expires, the bank has every legal right to reclaim the property, no matter how emotional the backstory. The father may call it crooked, but legally, the judge's hands are tied. What do you think? Should the law show more compassion, or is this just how the system has to work? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more gripping courtroom breakdowns like this one, make sure to like, share, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next case.
What I did say is, you have the right to obtain counsel for representation in this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you. So I sent you the information with legal aid's name and number on it. You could contact them. But I don't really know that you have a defense. You haven't made your payment. The bank foreclosed on it. 180 days passed and you didn't redeem it. And now they want the property back. And so it's a tough situation. We do this every Monday and Friday, and people are struggling. But have you made any effort to find a place to move to?
What do you ask?
Any effort to find a place.
No, we just started because we didn't get informed that they sold the house. I'm trying to tell you, there was no communication between these people. They came to our door and wanted to give us a favor to go to court here. It's the only time we ever spoke with them. But I mean, he doesn't know what to say. He's a young guy. I was helping him get the house. I use even my own money. I'm going to die soon, so I don't care. But all we're trying to do is just leave the house, give us 30 days or a little bit more, and we'll move. My daughter was buying the house.
We can talk about that next week. Sergeant Bruce Morse posted this on your door. It was published in the, I think, Three Rivers Commercial back in June of 2024 that the sheriff's sale would be in August. They posted it on your door. You didn't show up at the sheriff's sale. It was actually adjourned from July 11th to August 22nd. So they did post it on your door. And then you got notice with this when they served the notice to quit on you several months ago, but you do know, you haven't made any payment on the house probably in 2 years. So they're foreclosing on that. So we'll talk about that. You may ask for 30 days or something, and they may be willing to grant that. Ms. Albu can check with her client and see what consideration they can give. But I would suggest you start making plans to move. The date would be May 12th. If the plaintiff agrees, they could give you more time than that. So we will do this again next Friday at 3 o'clock.
Plaintiff, what happened to Abby in the picture? Goodbye now. Whatever.
Do you want to ask for more? What did you ask? Another question?
No, we just thought that since my daughter took over the contract and he's buying it, that it would clear his record and wouldn't have to mess with this at all because she's buying it.
I don't know about that. So your daughter's buying the property
She
from Shell
physically
Point?
told me she already has agreement and stuff and that she's buying it. I can get her out there next time you want, but.
Well, they haven't got possession of it yet.
He said,
What's your daughter's
you
name?
guys move, you gotta move, but she wants us out in a few months anyway, so we were trying to do that. That's what we started working on.
What's your daughter's name?
Abigail, Butts. I think she's still got her original last married name. She hasn't got rid of that yet.
And she is purchasing it from who?
She says she's got the bank approved through some bank to buy it, and it was already approved that she was buying it. She's moving.
All right,
She
well,
said
let's
she
talk
took over
about that.
here, and I took care of her kids for 3 months and didn't get paid a dime. I'm trying to help
They can't sell it until they take possession of it. They don't have the authority to sell it right now. So she may have a bank ready to loan her money to purchase it, but it isn't for sale yet.
So we waited that long because we thought she was doing something through there. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess
right, we'll
lost.
talk about
So
this.
What we're gonna do is just try to move as soon as we can. I don't care what's going on. This is all a bunch of crooked shit. We're just gonna get out of it. We're gonna move, and if you don't get his record straight,
Sir, I don't want you to curse on the record. And it isn't crooked. Your son didn't make the payments. They gave him notice. You've been living there free for 2 years and somehow the banks are crooked.
We were trying to move.
We'll be back next week at 3 o'clock. You can rant at each other there in the apartment, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thank you,
There
Your
may
Honor.
be some crooked stuff going on, but I don't think it's the bank. All right, Ms. Albu, thank you. I did most of the talking and you just had to sit here and listen to me, but we'll see what we can do next week. And if you check with your client, they can give them some additional time to vacate.